This video is sponsored by PoketownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCGO code cards. Whether you're looking for that last card to complete your online deck or just to get the latest booster packs in town, they literally have everything. You can use the coupon code ZAPDOISTCG to get 5% off your next order. Also, this video is sponsored by CARDMARKET.com. CARDMARKET is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day, and you can use the referral name ZAPDOISTCG to help support the channel. This video is also sponsored by PLAYMAT.com. This is a website to create your own custom playmat from scratch. You can upload your own unique design or your favorite wallpaper and then turn it into a beautiful playmat. There's a link down below to get 10% off your next order. Last but certainly not least is DragonShield.com. There are links down below for people from the US and people from Europe where you're going to be able to buy sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. And of course, Dragon Shield is the best brand to protect your beautiful cards. I recommend them for every tournament, so definitely check out the links, and it's going to help out support the channel so much. So thanks for sticking around with the commercials, and let's get this video started already. Peace! What's up YouTube, it's ZAPDOISTCG here and welcome back to another TCG video on my channel. Today we're going to be discussing the topic, is Lugia VSTAR a problem in the current standard format? Yeah, maybe. We're actually checking out the Day 2 players here in the LAIC, the Latin America Internationals is still on its way, and there's 43% of the people playing in Day 2 are on the Lugia VSTAR deck. Before we check out what else is potentially in the LAIC Day 2 meta, let's just check out this little clip here. Big shout out to, of course, the casters. They did an incredible job.
Deck, along with Archeops, making a big impact, and a lot of some familiar decks as well. We got to see the Comfy engine in that Lost Box deck, along with the Mew VMAX.
Yeah,
are these the decks you were expecting to see?
Mew, but most importantly,
yeah.
Lugia.
I think the news set really brought out this Lugia archetype, and now the whole metagame revolves around either you want to play it or you want to try and have a really solid matchup, right? If you want to become the Latin American International champion, then you know you have to go through a bunch of Lugias today, and I think the numbers reflect that.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at that.
To mark on that, over 900 players here in the Masters division, and 236 are on this build. That's over 25% of the field.
25% of the field in Day 1 playing Lugia. So with that being said, every let's say you have all the people together, every 1 out of 4 players actually brought Lugia VSTAR Archeops to the Latin American International Championships. Is that a problem? It reminds me of the days of ADP, or even before that with Yveltal, Garb, and all that stuff, but this is just boggling my mind. The real problem I see here with Lugia VSTAR is Dunsparce. Like in the past, Palkia VSTAR also reflected a huge amount of numbers during the World Championships and NAIC as well. But the cool thing is that you could make counter decks for it, right? You could be making Arceus Flying Pikachu, and you're gonna have a great matchup against the field, as well as a favorable matchup against Palkia. Now, if you want to be making a deck, there's of course Sander Wojcik playing a control deck. If you hit all Lugias, you're gonna be doing incredibly fine. But if you see some other archetypes out there and you don't have an answer for it, you're not gonna be doing fine. So the problem is that Lugia VSTAR is so hard to counter. First of all, it has Yveltal, which amazing rare Yveltal that it can snap one-hit KO any Pokemon in existence. I know there's Big Parasol, but Lugia plays the Lost Vacuum, so it can get rid of that. Lugia is playing a lot of one-price Pokemon. We have Archeops, which is a formidable attacker with powerful cards energy. They could be playing a Regigigas. They could be playing amazing rare Raikou. They have Radiant Charizard. So they have a whole archetype revolved around just getting out one Lugia and getting a bunch of one-pricers that can also deal with one-price archetype. Some archetypes even of the Lugia VSTAR deck also are playing Stoutland for the Lost Stone box. Some people are playing the Drapion to counter Mew. So Lugia can counter all the great decks, but not a lot of people can counter Lugia VSTAR. And the main problem I see here is Dunsparce. Because the existence of Dunsparce, Lugia VSTAR has no weakness. So and with the V-Guard energy, Lugia VSTAR has 310 HP technically. So you're gonna have even the one price decks are struggling with Lugia because of Collapse Stadium and them being able to discard a Lugia with that has damage, or use Charon Scare. So there's also different versions. You might think, oh, I'm gonna be playing a whole bunch of Path to the Peak and I'm gonna be using Marnie to just disrupt Lugia early game. Even some new builds are playing pad right now in combination with 4 Lost Vacuum. Just have that turn 1 pad so they are not able to use that summoning star V-star power. And even that is not enough because Lugia could be playing the Pumpkaboo to get rid of the stadium, and then like Lugia is just too strong. We still haven't figured out quite yet how to counter Lugia V-Star, and that might be a huge problem for the game because let's just, before we check out the day 2 players, look at the statistics here. They have like a big shout out to PokeStats for all the data here, by the way. So look at that. They actually stated like a lot of top players. We of course have Henry Brand, we have Tord Reklev, Alex Szymanski, Ian Robb, there's Sander Pirro, Zach Lesage, all these players, Stefan Ivanov, even all these players are mentioned here, Isaiah Brandner. So look at that. They're playing Lugia. What is this? How? Okay. Alex Szymanski still went for the Giratina V-Star, and then there's Chris Szymanski playing the Lost Zone box. But yeah, this is getting out of hand, right? If all the top players selected to go with Lugia, then there must have been a reason that nobody figured out how to counter this deck. Is it uncounterable? Is it like for the rest of the season going to be Lugia until Scarlet and Violet set comes out in February? Who knows? But we're gonna have to have a real question here. Do we play? It's actually like the thing, right? Join them or beat them, and looks like even the counter decks that want to beat them are not doing it because of Dunsparce. You could be playing like, I'm gonna be playing a lightning deck, but suddenly they get out Dunsparce and everything goes down the drain. So I'm a huge fan of Regigigas. Regigigas is like my pet deck. I love to play it, but with them playing All Collapsed, with them playing the Dunsparce, with them playing the Manaphy, it's actually so hard to beat them. You could be playing 4 Pad, but they have Pumpkaboo, so I still don't know what to play at Stuttgart, but this is very scary to see that so many people are playing Lugia. Let's check out the streams here. So on the stream, we saw Lugia during round 1. We saw Lugia during round 4, during round 5, during round 8, and during round 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 9 stream matches were Lugia. And that's insane, right? The statistics show here that 25% of day 1 was playing Lugia, and now the conversion rate even gets more insane because look at the conversion rate of the Lugia during LAIC day 2. This actually means that 43% of the people in day 2 are playing Lugia, so the conversion rate is very great. It's also a matter of like they're playing, so many people are playing Lugia, so it's only reasonable that so many people advance to day 2, but all the top players were on Lugia, so it does make sense. So day 2 meta, there's still a couple of decks that have not been resolved quite yet. I'm recording this video before day 2 even starts, so yeah, I'm from Europe, so I already have some knowledge to the data while the people are sleeping or just waking up here. So let's see here. We have yeah, Lugia Mew. Okay, there's a Mew. Lugia. There's the yeah, Azul GG's deck, of course, the Raikou Kyogre Mirage Gate Lost Zone box deck. I featured that on the channel yesterday. Go check out that video. You can slap huge damage with that Kyogre. Specifics unknown. Sander playing that control. That's gonna be interesting to see how that turns out. There's also Adam Hawkins, very lovely player, by the way. He slapped me out of day 2 from the last regionals I went to. But yeah, very friendly player. Raikou with Rayquaza and Mirage Gate. So Lost Zone boxes are grabbing towards different attackers here. They are onto Mirage Gates, no longer Radiant Zard, Sableye shenanigans. Lugia. The more players, Lugia, and then the Kyogre build. Grand Manly, we saw that on stream as well. Lugia, okay. Giratina, Lugia, Mew. Okay, Mew with the Fusion Strike energy. I wonder if these others are the DTE builds with either like a high amount of pad and Lost Vacuum, or just Pokestop builds. We'll never know. We'll have to figure it out. Then another Kyogre build, a Lost Zone box, the initial one. There's Mew VMAX, Lugia. There's a surviving Palkia. I think we also saw that on stream. William Azveno. Let's see here. Yeah, we did Azivedo. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. So there's a Palkia alive. People saw that Palkia like drop down in meta share immensely since the release of Lugia, and that definitely reflects here. Is like this is probably the only one. There's also a Kyurem with Palkia, so Mew, Lugia. Okay, more Palkias. 2 Palkias. Crazy. People said like I'm just gonna be playing the same thing. Lugia, Lost Zone box. Looks like the preferred way of playing the Lost Zone boxes with the new Kyogre, not the new, but the Kyogre from Celebrations. Lugia, Mew, Lugia, Duraludon, of course. People were expecting a whole heap more Duraludon because it actually shuts down Lugia, but some of the Lugia builds are playing Pat, which is annoying. And also they have the amazing rare Evalton. If the Duraludon does not find their big Parasol, they are instantly evaporated. That's what it is. Double Lugia, more Lugias over here. It's insane how many Lugia there are. I wonder if Lugia does not win LAIC, I'd be very surprised because so many people have the opportunity to go deep into a tournament, and I wonder how the top 8 will look like. Then another Palkia, Mew, Lugia. So there's like not a lot of decks here. The variety has been slapped down. Like in the Lost Origin meta, the meta was like super diverse. I also didn't see any Reggie. Reggie gets slapped away by the amount of Lugia. Where are the Reggies? I'm feeling a little bit sad right now. I have to maybe grab towards another... also no Zoroark Toolbox. People also had some hope for Zoroark Toolbox. So there's like 4 decks that we see. Lugia, Mew, Lost Stone Box. Those are like the main 3. And then we have a little bit of Kyurem, Palkia, Shizzle. That's about it. So... yeah, that is my meta-analysis for day 2. So, yeah, now the question is to you guys at home. Is Lugia VSTAR a problem in the standard format, or will people figure out how to counter it? Currently, I have no idea. I have like 5 days of testing left before the Stuttgart Regionals. Have no idea what to play, but seeing these numbers... how do I beat Lugia? Help me, guys. Help me. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this analysis. If you did, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Leave your opinions down below in the comment section. Helps out so much to get the algorithm shenanigans going around. You know how it is. And yeah, subscribe for more daily Pokemon TCG videos. Go check out our sponsors, PokemonStore.com for TCGO code cards. Use the coupon code ZAPDOTCG for 5% off. They have Silver Tempest. Make Lugia. Apparently, it's busted. CARDMARKET.com for European players. You can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. There's Dragon Shield, links down below for sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. And yourplaymat.com is for people worldwide to create your own custom playmat. Get 10% off by clicking the link down below. Anyhow, have yourself a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Lugia. Peace.